Hey, Randy with Hyperformance. What we want to show you today is the installation of this Stage 4 107 cubic inch head package on a 2010 Ultra. We're going to show you the setting of the quench, the piston to valve, and the piston to piston. Okay, this is the little package that we sell for $30 to check the valve to valve and the valve to piston clearance. Is very simply just a set of locking collars with set screws in them, some molding clay, and an instruction sheet. And now we're going to show you how to use it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set these valves in the head at the TDC specifications for that particular Andrews 67 cam. Okay, what we're going to do is simply install the intake valve, install one of our locking collars. We're going to take the depth end of our caliper, take a dimension, which all we have to do is subtract our 209 thousandths, set the caliper. Again, with the depth end of the caliper, we will open the valve to that dimension, lock the collar. We can also double check this by simply going between the guide and the collar and establishing our 209 thousandths. Moving to the exhaust valve, same procedure. Install the valve, install the collar, take a measurement, subtract 187, lock the caliper, open the valve to the 187, lock the collar, double check it, 187. Then we'll move around to this side here, open the two valves until they touch the locking collar, pass a 40 thousandths wire between the two valve heads. This particular wire is a 60, so that we establish the valve to valve. We're going to see how the pistons deck out with the cylinders. We have the cylinders fastened down to the cases, and we right now are establishing that the dial depth gauge is set on 0. Okay, we have that set on 0. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set the indicator on top of the piston and roll the piston past top dead center. Check the relationship of the piston to the cylinder deck, and what we find by passing the piston through top dead center is that we are about 9 thousandths of an inch in the hole on the front. Okay, moving to the rear. Passing the piston through top dead center, and we are at the same 9 thousandths of an inch. Okay, now we've removed 6 thousandths from each base gasket surface and reassembled, and what we will find here now is Now we are about 3/1000ths of an inch in the hole, and we like to be between 30 and 35/1000ths quench. So with the 30/1000ths MLS head gasket, that's going to give us 33/1000ths quench, which is very nice. Okay, moving to the rear, we find that we have pretty much the same 3/4,000ths. Okay, that is still at 3/1000ths on the other side. Moving to the rear, we have approximately 3/1000ths on the other side also. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the molding clay in the valve pockets on the piston. We're going to install the head with the locking collars on it with the head gasket. We'll also add a piece of clay to the top of the piston to double check the quench. Okay, now we're installing the head gasket. Installing the cylinder head with the valves and the locking collar. What we're doing now is we're establishing our 42 foot-pounds of torque in sequence. Okay, then we will hold the valves down against the locking collars. We will spin the rear wheel, pass the piston through top dead center. Take it back apart and check the clay thickness. Okay, now we have the impressions in the clay. What we will do is we will measure the clay thickness. As you can see, we actually have plenty of clearance on these. We use a minimum of 60/1000ths on the intake, 90/1000ths on the exhaust. Then we want this clay thickness for the quench to come out at our 33/1000ths as before measured with the dial depth gauge.
Here, see the cross section. Plenty of clearance. $185.
Okay, I want to thank Rich Colson for assisting me with this video and putting this bike together. I want to thank Big T from Bitter End Old School Choppers for helping me edit this video, and of course thank you for watching.